Well, good morning, or afternoon, or evening. Just depends on when and where you're watching this from. You are about to get your dose of nature. Nature, nature, nature. That's what we're talking about here. You are now in Sarasota, Florida. Thank you for joining me. This is an opportunity to connect to nature, and this is Stephen Smith. That's who I am. This is Live with Nature, and you, like I said, are in Sarasota, Florida. We're on the western coast of Florida. We're about 6 miles from the Gulf of Mexico, and I want to say welcome. It's a brand new day. It is a beautiful brand new day, and it is an opportunity to paint the canvas of this day any way I choose, any way you choose. All we have to do is decide how we want to paint the canvas of this day, and I'm going to choose positivity. I always do. I'm going to choose gratitude because I want to be grateful for everything that I am enjoying, and grateful for the viewers that are coming to watch, grateful to be alive, and just grateful to be able to bring this broadcast live with nature. So today we'll be doing this. I talk about a topic up front here. I then kind of show you the backyard here, work my way out front. We watch the sun come up, welcome in a brand new day. You can use it for, there's going to be a period of silence on my part. Birds will be singing to us though. We may see some live wildlife, and it just is an opportunity to make that connection, to use it as well for like meditation. I also use it for saying my affirmation statements and or my I am statements, which are just affirming me, who I am, what I'm trying to do, and what I'm trying to accomplish. And I'm a big believer in the law of attraction, because I believe that the law of attraction is a real thing. It works the same for everybody, and it all starts with a thought. With that thought becomes a manifestation of the thought. It has energy. Thoughts are creative, and I have a higher power, and my higher power is the creative thought behind everything that is. And he created all of this stuff, and he created it so that we could enjoy it. And so that's why I love doing this, because I love making this connection. I love listening to the birds, maybe the crickets. I hear a little cricket out there. We've got a moon set again. It's right above us here. We'll have a sunrise in a short bit, and then at the end of the video I do a prayer, and I say a prayer for myself, I say a prayer for you, and you know, I want the best for everybody. I really do. My purpose is simply to serve others, and in everything that I do, I want to glorify my higher power, God. I want to Jesus Christ is in fact my role model, and as such I've been working on defining my purpose. And so to find my purpose, what I've been doing lately is I have a talk show, Stephen Goes Live. We've been doing The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren, reading a chapter a day for 40 days. We're on day 11. That's at 7:30 tonight. Feel free to join me for that. Alrighty, spiritual discernment. I need to use it a lot, and I'll tell you what, certainly need to use it when we're talking about adversity. I'm not talking about adversity because of a particular situation, but then again, maybe I am. But not particularly. Nothing that I can pick out of my mind that was particularly adverse for me, particularly this weekend. So, adversity though, but it was coming out of a video that I was watching earlier by Evan Carmichael about what came to me was this, and he said it, and I'll say what he said, and I'll kind of put it in my own words. He said, let's be like a tree. What a tree is, what do? Okay, well, they take in carbon dioxide out of the air, they process that, and they give off oxygen. Trees are awesome, because of course trees give us back oxygen, and so do plants, and that's what we breathe, and that's what helps keep us alive, obviously. So that is pretty awesome. Obviously, in the big picture of things, they are a big picture of the connection of the one, because without the rest of it, it can't function. So that's why I also believe in the one. I think that we're all connected. I think that we're all, you know, part of, all of us connected make up the whole. So adversity, we experience this probably on a daily basis. I mean, something comes up and it becomes a difficult situation, and it's like, how do we handle it? Now, my thinking was this: let me take in the poison or the toxins. Let me process those toxins, and then let me be the anti-venom. Now, those are my words. And that's what I want to do. I want to be the anti-venom, the thing that helps us overcome whatever we might have taken in, and the person that gives you hope. The person that says, hey, look, it's okay. We can experience these things. I do. I'm a human being, but I'm having a spiritual experience. And so, yeah, spiritual experience. So the thing is that, yes, rather than let it get me down, I choose to not let it get me down. I choose to look at what the situation is, evaluate it, try and find the good, because where there's bad, there is good. That's all part of the whole too as well. So it's just a matter of perspective. Look how you look at it. Sometimes in the past, I found that my perspective or my thinking or my belief system or the morals that I had, those are the agreements that I've made with myself. And actually, most of those were made from time that I was very young, from 0 to 6, they say. That's when you're getting all that information. That's when you're making the agreements in your mind. That's what you carry forward in your life. Now, what I found is maybe some of those agreements weren't necessarily true. Like buying other people's opinion of you. Quincy Jones, this was a quote from him, you know, close to the exact quote, in my words. Basically this: don't necessarily buy what other people's opinions of you are and make that you. You can tell your own story, or you can let somebody else tell your story for you. And I think he said something along the lines of, you know, not one drop of your opinion of me is who I am. Now, sometimes it's true. Sometimes it's true, because this is where the spiritual discernment comes in. We have to say, okay, well, what's the deal here? We have to decide whether it's positive, constructive criticism, or whether it's just straight out to hurt you, straight out to make you feel bad, which is what I refer to as a projection. Because what they're doing is that they're seeing something good in you. They don't like themselves enough, so they project some anger or resentment, which is really them supposed to be directed towards themselves, but they project it to you. There's all kinds of people out there, particularly the better you do and the more you put your, particularly, not, I'm going to say religion, but you put your higher power in your life and you start talking about that, like talking about the fact that, you know, Jesus Christ is my Savior and through Him I'm saved, you get people coming at you. Oh, they want to tell you, no, you're wrong. No, it's this way. Well, you know what? It has to be within oneself to decide what is going to be the best. And the best way I found that is the way I can give you an example of that is that when I was in control of my life, I made some good decisions, but I also made some poor decisions. I thought that I knew better in some cases, and I didn't take advice from other people, particularly sometimes with my mother. She'd give me good advice, but I just had to go out and do it anyways, and then, you know, learn the hard way, so to say, fall down, make a mistake, or a bad choice or whatever, have to pay the consequences for that particular bad choice. But the thing about it is that we can all do that. It's a difference is get back up off the ground, do something positive about it, look for that good, learn the lesson, don't do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Because if you don't change anything, nothing will change. That's how it works. So, but you can change things. That is a reality. And this is why I say my affirmations, because I make an affirmation. One of my affirmations is that Jesus Christ is my role model and my Savior. I am a child of God. You know, I am a leader. I am an influencer. I bring positive, I make a positive impact on people's lives. One of them, honestly, is, you know, money will flow into my life in abundance. And it's like a river through a deep lake. So it's going to come in, it's going to go out too. I'm going to pay my bills, but I'm also going to do much more to help and serve other people, because that is my purpose. My purpose is to serve other people, and the more I serve and the more good I do, probably the more people are going to try and put me down over it. That's okay. They can think what they want. What I have to do is remember not to get mad, not to have anger, not to have resentment over that thing, not to even think that I am whatever they thought I was. I mean, I had that happen the other day. And I'll tell you, because I'm transparent, I like to tell you my personal stories too as well. So I'm making a comment. I happen to like fast cars. Love fast cars. Grew up on the racetrack. Love NHRA, quarter-mile racetrack. Yes, I like NASCAR, but more so quarter mile. You know, 0 to, these days, 0 to like 300 plus miles an hour in like about 4 seconds or less. Insane. So would be a rush, I tell you. I'm making a comment about this show that I've watched, Street Outlaws. These are the street racers in Oklahoma City. It's a reality TV show. Now, it might have gotten a little bit more scripted than it ever was in the past, and it's certainly monitored because, of course, street racing is illegal, and I don't necessarily suggest you go do that. That's what a racetrack is for. Take your car to the racetrack. But I make a comment and I say, I love your Pontiac Le Mans, because that's what he drives. He drives the Le Mans, Pontiac Le Mans, 72. My friend Steve had the 72 as well. I had a 69 GTO. The 72 couldn't beat me. He might get off the line quicker, but he sure didn't beat me in the long run, because that GTO went fast. So anyways, I just said that I liked his Le Mans. Well, the video was really about his brand new car, which is a Pontiac Firebird, and I love Pontiac Firebirds too. But the thing about it was this: the guy gets back to me and says, "Oh, it was about his Pontiac Le Mans, or Pontiac Firebird," and he called me some name, not very kind name at all. I'm thinking, how do I deal with that? I wanted to go, you're the whatever, right? No, I had to draw myself back and say, no, don't do that. I just said this. I said, well, who said that I was, because I said, I love Justin Scherer, Big Chief. Okay, he's the main guy on the show. He's the main guy. And he drives the Le Mans, and it looks like, you know, it looks like a GTO, but it's super fast. Super faster than mine. And so I say I love him, and I said, well, who said that I was talking about the Firebird, right? This guy just assumed that I was the blank blank because I'm some dumb person and whatever. So I responded that I wasn't even referring to that. I was really referring to the man. So that was an example of, you know, people coming at me, people trying to rock my world, people trying to get me upset. And this is what I'll suggest. This is what I've tried to do. I mean, I like engaging with people, even if I don't know them on the Facebook thing, you know, particularly if I'm getting to know them. And sometimes maybe, I found that sometimes you just are wasting your time. You know, it really isn't behoove you, so you want to be, you know, use the spiritual discernment as to who do I need to interact with here, suggesting that we interact with like-minded people. But so I did kind of lose my track here. So the bottom line is that I did lose my track. Too much going through my brain at one time. Is that yes, you can get adversity. Yes, you can waste your time if you're not careful. The spiritual discernment is going to allow me to be able to determine who I should be involved with or not. We're going to have haters out there. That's going to happen. It tells us actually in the Bible that that's the case. What the point is that you just need to not jump to conclusions. In a text message, you can't, there's no emotion behind that. Who knows what they're saying? The best thing to do and the most peaceful and soul enriching thing is not to lash back out, but to allow them to say whatever they want, keep on going on our path, because you know what, it really doesn't matter, because what I'm going to do is I'm not going to allow other people's opinion of me to influence me when it's about a negative input, okay? I was about engagement, and so sometimes you just need to back off. Maybe, and sometimes less is more. Don't even have to say anything. Sometimes that's the best answer, actually. So, and I have to learn that, you know, I have to really do learn that, because I'm human. I can just definitely want to get back at them and say something mean back to them, but that's not what God wants. It isn't, you know. God wants me to enjoy what we've got here. It's a beautiful morning. We've got some exciting things coming with this Live with Nature. I did just post a video that I made the other day about kind of a little bit more about what I'm trying to do with this, but I'll tell you what, this is only really as good. Well, I'll start by saying I do this for me. It starts with me because I enjoy doing it. I like making that connection to nature. It continues with you because you like to watch what I'm talking about, and you like to listen to the birds, and you like to be able to use that meditation time or whatever. Then it, you know, ends up being a situation where, yeah, you tell somebody about that, and so it grows. And I'm thinking about the fact of growing it, making it a common thing, LWN, Live with Nature, and I've got a big plan behind it, and so I've been working on that. And so I put this video out. If you take a look at my Facebook page, you'll see that. And if that's something that sounds more interesting to you, I do suggest you get back to me. Send me an email, StephenSmithSRQ@Yahoo. Send me a direct message. We're not friends yet. Let's go ahead. Let's be friends. Send me a request. There again, I look at them pretty closely. I've been doing this for a minute. I can tell really quick whether you're, you know, for real or for not real. If you're not for real, or you're the hater, I promise you, we'll make a point of it. I will. Because I will remove that kind of stuff. Or you right off of the Facebook deal, because, you know, I don't have a problem reporting people that are doing the wrong thing. I don't have a problem with that at all. It's not designed for people that are out there trying to tear people's world apart. So that adversity part of it, because there's so many out there on the Facebook that are trying to use it for, you know, sex or, you know, pornography, and or getting your money, you know, under false pretense, hijacking people's profiles, acting like they're somebody else. And if you're acting like you're somebody else, you might fool me for a moment, but you're not going to fool me forever. I have a saying about that. You can fool some of the people some of the time, you can fool some of the people all the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. And this is a real deal, and we are real good people, and so we're going to keep it that way. And that's why I have a membership with, you know, just to be a member with Life Begins When You Start Living. It's not, there's no money involved. It's just a community of people that are like-minded. And I've had to take people out of there because they had ulterior motives. And if you have an ulterior motive, it's going to show. It's going to show up quick, and we are discerning people, and so we will make sure that you don't become a part of our deal, even though you might, you know, fool us for a bit. You ain't going to fool us forever. So those are the kind of adversity situations that come in, and they have to be dealt with because we just don't want to shove it under the carpet. You know, we want to stand up for what's right. I stand up for God. I stand up for glorifying Him and trying to do that in everything that I do. And adversity is part of life, so therefore I just have to deal with it, have to process it, and then I have to give back out the love and the light. And that's what I do. That's all I care about doing, is helping other people, sharing my experiences, strength, and hope, and thinking that I can make a difference in somebody's life. And a positive difference, not a negative difference, a positive difference. So that's what I have to say about adversity. I have to say welcome. Thank you so very much. I appreciate everybody that is joining me. You know, this is really awesome. I'm getting some exceptional feedback. I really appreciate that. I want to say thank you to all those people that give me that feedback. I enjoy doing this. Like I said, I'm doing this for me. It starts with me. I enjoy the connection, and then it just goes from there, and I just let it flow. And it is it's a non-scripted thing. Although I start with a topic, I'm not writing down any notes on that. I just let it flow. 9 times out of 10, I can't even remember what the heck I said because when the Spirit is speaking through me, I don't remember that stuff a lot. I don't know. It's a level that I haven't come to the understanding of. Speaking of adversities, I always thought, why did I destroy things, or make a mess of it, or make a really seriously bad, poor choice when things were really good in my life? And I had a habit of doing that. I like to use the word had, because I don't right now. And that's all that counts, because that's all I got is this moment. So I had a really good habit of doing that. Things would get really super good in my life, and then the next thing you know, I would make some kind of a poor choice that affected all of it. It shook everybody's confidence in me. I became not accountable to family, to business, to friends. And then they stepped back away from me, which is understandable. I rebuilt all that stuff pretty much, I have. But I was always wondering, why did that happen? Why did that kind of adversity, why did I bring that kind of adversity upon myself? And what I recognized was this. Last night, in my talk show about the purpose-driven life, is that in fact, I was really not having a close walk and relationship with my higher power. And because I wasn't having that relationship, I was doing all the deciding. I was thinking I knew better than God. And God showed me I didn't know better than Him. And that's why that happened. So that was like an epiphany, and I would go, searching for that answer for a long time, and it came to me finally. So that was pretty cool. So when we have adversity, I suggest maybe just pray about it. God will inspire us. He'll give us an answer. And there we are. Okay? All right, thank you. So I'm going to come back around here. I have to step in here and get my glasses because I didn't just walk out with them. I will be back just in a moment here if you'll just bear with me. Okay, all right, I am back. Thank you so very much. I walked off without my glasses. At least today we do not have a low network connection issue going. Follow age. I follow page, I think. All right, Petra, thank you so very much for that comment. Elizabeth Lucas, welcome this morning. Dave Ives, thank you for watching. Ant Crundwell, thank you for watching. Linda Carroll, thank you. TJ Addis, good morning. Really like listening to TJ. He's got some really good stuff. John Spender, welcome. I want to shout out John Spender. John Spender, I'll come back out front for this. He's the author that came to me and asked me, hey, do you want to do write a chapter in a book? He's got a series, and it's an awesome series. I think he's up to like 15 books in the series right now, and it's a journey of riches. And so this was book 11, as I recall, came out last July. And so he asked me to write a chapter, and it was like, yeah, I want to write a chapter. I've been wanting to write a book for a long time, and so I started with this chapter. I'm working on the full book right now. But John Spender lives down in Indonesia, in Bali. Beautiful. That's paradise, I tell you. And he gave me this opportunity, and I want to thank him for giving me that opportunity to get me to come out of my own self and actually the adversity that I had been through, write about it and share my experiences and my strength and my hope and the reasons why things got better. And the reasons that things got better for me is because I actually allowed God to be in charge, not me. So John Spender, thank you so very much. He's working on a brand new book. You can go up to Amazon. He's got a whole bunch of them up there, and they're absolutely inspiring, motivational books that will help you learn and grow. And yeah, it was very dynamic. Thank you so much. All right. Louisa Moulton, thank you so very much for joining. And Petra, thank you. Putu, thank you very much, Petra. We've got a lot of people here this morning. I appreciate that have come in. Michelle Paris and Virgie Pelores. Yes, Petra's been following me for a long time, and that's really awesome. You know, and this is the kind of stuff that I really appreciate. Now, there's a lot of people out there that have been following me really for a while. I didn't even know it. I don't know it. I'll tell you what, I'm getting chills. God bumps. So, you know, it's not about how many followers I have. It's not about, you know, the numbers. What it is about is the connection to nature, the sharing my story, the knowing that my purpose is to help other people, and the fact that other people like that, that is just reassurance that, in fact, I am doing the right thing. And so I am so grateful to everybody that takes time to watch this, because I know it's not easy, especially on a Monday morning here. You know, I got up a little bit later than I normally did. That was 4 a.m. That was later. Okay? Normally I like to get up even now at 3 a.m. because you know what? It takes a lot of work, and I need as many hours as I can to try and get the things that I'm trying to do done. And I still don't get them all done, and I'm just telling you, please don't beat yourself up over that. It happens. It just does happen, you know. But we, you know, just have to make the most of the moment. We just have to accept the fact that it's okay not to get everything done. Put it on the to-do list for tomorrow. I've had to go to a calendar. Well, I've always used a calendar. But I had to go to a calendar for every single one of my tasks. If I have a phone call that I need to make, it's really smart for me to put it on the calendar, call so-and-so. I got it slotted. At 4 a.m. when I got up this morning, it was already check email. And it's like, whew, well, hang on, I haven't even listened to the motivational video, because this is how I do it. This is my routine that helps me keep the adversity, keep some sense of peace and serenity. Get up, and I thank God for a new day. I did it before I even got out of bed. So then I'm thinking, and then I get my feet on the ground, and I'm thanking God. I'm asking him, you know, in my case, keep me away from a drink and a drug, you know. Stop that, you know, right here and now. Because thought is power and energy. Okay, stop that. Don't do that part. Keep me away. Give me that strength. And then I get up. I make the coffee. Then I come out here and I listen to motivational videos. The motivational video that I listened to this morning with Evan Carmichael. Bingo. Adversity, that's what we're talking about. Let's be the tree. We can take that stuff in, we'll process it, we'll give back off the air and the oxygen. In other words, we'll give back off the healing stuff that needs to happen and help other people. So yeah, John Spender, thank you for giving me the opportunity to do that. I'm beyond grateful for that stuff. I really appreciate him. You know, and that's gone. Petra, thank you so much. I mean, that means so much to me. So this is my backyard. It's a beautiful place. It's a green space back here. We've got a little bit of a creek back here. This is the overflow for when it rains, because it rains like almost daily here in Florida on a regular basis. It does, and so they had to dig a lot of drainage area ditches to be able to run the water off, because otherwise, straight up, the roads will be flooding. They will. They will. So they made these. There's another ditch behind that one, and then behind that there's a little pond that's backing off on the homes on the street behind us. So it's very tropical because, of course, I live in the subtropics. And I'll tell you what, I lived in California for a very long time. And I thought, oh, California. It's warm in California. There's our moonset. It's warm in California. Until I came to Florida. California seems like cold. You're awesome, Petra. Thank you so much. I keep on seeing that message from you. Now, we had to do some trimming here because, of course, nature will have its way. The more stuff you have around your house, the more insects and bugs you're going to have. And I tell you, I think that the world was built on an ant farm. And so we had a massive situation over here with some carpenter ants. So we had to trim all the trees away from the house. We had to trim the trees away from the house, and that's what you want to do. People have a tendency of putting shrubs and trees really close to the house, and it looks really nice when they're small, but they grow up. Big trees can then affect the foundations of the home. So it just needs to be changed at some point. So that's a little bit of landscaping tips there, okay? Don't put big trees right next to your house. You will mess up the foundation. Don't put them next to the driveway. The roots will mess them up. They'll get underneath the driveway and lift the driveway and stuff like that. Not fun. So welcome. It's a brand new day. We can paint this canvas any way we choose. I hope you choose it in a positivity and something good for yourself. I'm going to stop talking in a moment here. And what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to give this time now for quiet, listening to the birds, looking at the view here, enjoying the clouds, and an opportunity to repeat your affirmation statements, your I am statements. Use it for meditation. Just close your eyes if you're not driving, and just enjoy. I hear our red-tailed hawk out there. Very cool. I've changed the direction of this camera. I've been doing it in portrait lately. I'm in landscape mode right now. Makes it hard for me to deal with after the fact, but to save it and to get it up in HD. But you get such a nice, much broader, more panoramic view this way. And I think that when you turn your phone sideways, then you get a full screen instead of the other way. You don't get that full screen. So those are some of the kind of technical stuff. At some point I'll really figure out. In the meantime, welcome to Live with Nature. Welcome to Sarasota, Florida. Stephen is going to go ahead. I'm going to go back. I'm going to repeat my affirmation statements. I'm going to let you use this for meditation, whatever you want to do. And I'll be back and I'll say a prayer for us. And we'll see you shortly. All right? Thank you for coming. Let's just enjoy this, and just hopefully if you weren't feeling really happy a moment ago, you're feeling better now. All right? Thank you. Alrighty, I am back. Don Valerie, thank you so very much for joining us. I'm not going to read the comments this moment. I'm going to read them in a moment. What a beautiful morning it is. I hope that you're enjoying this. I hope that you had that opportunity just to, you know, look. Oh, there's our hawk. There was our red-tailed hawk over there. He's probably gone now. He's gone somewhere. Alright, so I was trying to chase down that hawk. Now I need to set this down. Okay. So, yes, it's a beautiful morning. Come on, Steve-O. There's some birds flying. Oh, I hear him. I'm looking. Oh, I see him. There he went. I don't know if you saw that or not. All right. Cool. Nice. So we have some bird friends that were coming around. I know that we've got Tweety Pie around here somewhere. Oh, dang. We're going to name him. I've got some names on a post. Sweet. Gotta love that. Okay. Alright, that was awesome. That was awesome. I'm just going to move this out, trying to adjust this a little bit here. So, I was thinking this. I was back there repeating my affirmation statements. I also was what happened was I did some brainstorming about this Live with Nature concept. Cool. We got lots of birds flying around. They're going to their day jobs, by the way. All right. Awesome. So I really appreciate everybody that's joined me here and is watching. That's so cool. Okay, I'm just going to move this down a little bit so that I'm kind of like in the frame, hopefully. Alright, so yes, my name is Stephen Smith. That's me, Stephen Smith SRQ. Sorry, I get distracted. I see stuff. Stephen Smith SRQ, that's me. I'm YouTube. LWN Live with Nature, YouTube. Over 130 videos. Go on up there, please subscribe. Tap the notification bell, that way you'll be notified when we upload new content. Which reminded me of something I need to do. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Periscope, you name it. Whatever platform I've signed up for, that's where I am, Stephen Smith SRQ. So, what keeps on coming at me, and I haven't done it often, I think only 2 or 3 times on Live with Nature have I ever brought anybody onto the show. I'm not trying to be selfish. Just trying to stay focused on this deal, but I'll tell you what, I'm feeling it. So I'm going to just put the message out. Now, if more than one person wants to do that, that's fine. I'm going to try and deal with it because I'm on a time slot schedule here too. I got to do some stuff, like get ready for work, just like you do. But anyways, if someone is wanting to come on and just kind of talk about the things that I've talked about, I was talking about adversity earlier, that will be the subject matter. If you've got something to share with us that will help us about adversity, I am willing to bring you on camera right now. Okay, so if you want to, just say yes. Just say yes. That's easy. Say yes, and then what I'll do is I'll send you an invitation, and we'll bring you on. I'll try and do one or however, a couple of them anyways. I got only a limited amount of time. I'm going to go ahead and say my prayer first. And I'm going to be praying for you. I'm going to be praying for me. I'm going to be praying for everybody. And then if you want to be coming on this program and you want to say something about adversity and your thoughts on that, let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I do have a higher power. My higher power is God. Jesus Christ is my Savior. And through Him, I have eternal life. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him shall not perish but have everlasting life. That's John 3:16 in the New Testament. I live by that. I am born again, saved, however you want to refer to it. That's what my faith is. I believe in God. I'm trying to glorify God in everything that I do now. I'm trying to keep a close relationship and a close walk with Him. I put Him at the top. That's somewhere down here in the mix. He starts here, goes from there. And if I put Him first, everything else will filter and just come together the way that it's supposed to. So, dear Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for this day. Thank you for Monday. Another day to go out, work for me, work for whatever we're doing. Our viewers may not go to a physical job. They might be in the home. They might be taking care of the house or the kids. Just bless us all, Lord. Bless us all and bring us abundance in the dreams and the goals that we want and we're trying to achieve. Help us to have focus. Help us to be able to deal with adversity, Lord. Help us to be able to overcome adversity. Help us to not just lash back out and allow our human nature to want to, attack that person for attacking us. Help us to be able to accept that adversity or that hater or that negative comment towards ourselves. That number one, Lord, that we don't accept that as our truth. And number two, that they don't rattle us and distract us from what we're trying to do. And that we get the good and the lesson, the positivity out of what that experience was and respond to them if we decide to respond to them in a loving manner. Lord, just help us to go out through today, be in our hearts and our souls, help us shed the light, help us share your message, help us to glorify you in every way that we can. I want you to help those that are suffering for health reasons, mental health issues, for financial reasons, for relationship issues, whatever our burdens might be, Lord, help us to work through those and to be able to come out on top. Help us to move forward in a positive fashion, like I said, Father. Help us to have the spiritual discernment to know what is the right next answer. And I pray these words in Jesus' name, amen. Say namaste and namaskar. I put out an offer for people if they wanted to come on. I will do that. So let me just scroll up here. Petra, yeah, the birds were pretty cool this morning. Adam, that is one beautiful sunrise. Even though I was up last night with a thunderstorm here in UK, I should have videoed it, but he was so tired to get up. All right, well that happens, Seems like some of my most epic potential videos I didn't get because of one reason or another, or I pushed the play button and it didn't play. So I don't see anybody that's saying yes, so that's fine. Petra, I really appreciate you. You are a top fan. I don't have that badge yet. Someday we'll have badges so I can, acknowledge you so that when you comment it says, oh, top fan. Because that's kind of nice. If there's one thing that I believe in, that is letting people know that I do appreciate their help, their support, and I am a better person as a result of that. I see Tweety Pie over there. She just went into the bougainvillea. They have a nest in there. It is a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. I really appreciate everybody that took time to come and join me. I'm going to go ahead then. I didn't see anybody that necessarily wanted to come on. If you and I understand this, I tell you, it can be a little bit nerve-wracking. I know that I threw that message out there. I was inspired to do that. That's fine and dandy. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to make a comment. You don't have to hit the like button. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Okay? Audience participation is not particularly a requirement. He is paying attention, okay? And he's paying attention for this reason. Because the neighbor puts out peanuts. So he's probably after some peanuts. I don't know if they put them out yet this morning or no. And here comes his friend. So that's really cool of the neighbor to do that. You know, I've done it a few times as well myself. So it is a beautiful, beautiful morning. Our hawk flew off. We had him on camera earlier. Let me just try and get this camera phone adjusted. One day soon. I mean, I've got a really nice camera now, but I don't in fact have one that does video yet, so we'll get there. I'm going to go ahead, back this up a little bit, and I'm going to say thank you so very much for everybody that took time to join me. Have a wonderful day today. Have a wonderful week. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back on tonight for the Purpose Driven Life. In the meantime, God bless you. I'll let the camera roll. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get ready. I'm going to get changed because I got to get myself back together here for getting to work. And I say thank you again. Oh, Gigi, welcome. You're just coming in at the end here. This could be a time for your meditation if you want. A little moment of just listening, watching the sun come up. Please do go back to the beginning if you would. You know, if you can. I know it can be difficult. Thank you, everybody, for taking your valuable time. I appreciate that. God bless you too, Gigi. I threw this out. I don't know if you want to do this or not, Gigi, but we were talking about adversity and how to deal with adversity and the fact that adversity comes and it's part of living, and, you know, how to deal with it. And that's what I spoke about in the beginning. I did throw out an opportunity for anybody that wanted to come on with me live. I don't normally do that, but I offered it this morning. I was inspired to do that. I'm not really seeing anybody that necessarily wanted to come on live. That's okay. That can be pretty nerve-wracking. You want to come on live? Excellent. I would really appreciate that. I'll tell you what, because you know what? Gigi is so awesome. I'm going to invite Gigi on. Add viewers, Gigi. Because Gigi is just, man, she is super smart. And go ahead and do this. When she comes on, I'll go ahead and step back out in front. I've sent her an invitation. It's adding it right now. Because I want to hear what you have to say, and I want you to share that with the group and the viewers of how you would overcome adversity and how you deal with adversity, Gigi. I'll tell you what I might even need to do. I think I know what's going on. Okay. It's working on it. She may or may not come. I'm not sure. She may have things going too. Bottom line is this. Michelle, welcome.
Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning. Good morning. I'll bet you five. I'm going to put this around. Here we are. Here we are. Okay.
Hi.
Okay. There we go.
I'm just waiting.
There we go. How are ya? How are ya? Come it up for a minute. Come it up for a minute. Awesome. I'm so glad. Awesome. I'm so glad to come on. We're talking about adversity. So I was talking about adversity and how to overcome it. I want you to share that because I know that you believe in God. You know that Jesus Christ is your Savior. I know that you believe in God. You know that Jesus Christ is your Savior.
Yes, he
and
is.
how do you deal with that?
Well, I have to tell you, Stephen, I've been so blessed these last few weeks that you're back on and that you're, you know, doing the purpose-driven life, because the way I deal with adversity always is to be still and know that he's God, not me. When I can't figure something out, I know that no matter what, God's in control of my life. So there are times where it makes absolutely no sense to me why things are happening in my life when I'm trying to do everything right, when I'm following his word. And there are times where I just need to be still and wait on God. And it never fails that he comes through. Because like you said recently, I was watching one of your lives. You said, you know, sometimes even in the mistakes, God's there. They're there for a reason. Even in at rough times, because that's a lesson. Everything's a lesson for us. We know that. And the lesson sometimes can be hard for us, but it's so temporal. It really is. I almost revel in it. Like right now, we're going through a waiting period. And waiting periods are of God, because in his word, he says it more than once, to wait on God. Be still and know that he's God. Because when we're still, we get out of God's way and we let him move. So look at it as the patience that you need to wait for anything in your life. Look at it as, I'm going to step aside and I'm going to let you, whoever you choose as your higher power, I'm going to let you move. I'm going to let you do what you need to do. Because the real biggest growth I ever found in my life was when I realized that I could not figure it all out.
Right.
I'm grateful that I can't. You know, if we could figure it all out, there would be no need for a God.
Right.
There'd be no need we'd all be God, and that would be a mess. So, you know, when we leave it and we be still and let God be God, and we get out of the way, sometimes we just need to sit back, meditate on who God is in your life, and let him do the work.
Yes. I completely agree. Sometimes I just don't need to question why. I understand why. I just need to let it be. And what I was saying earlier, I know I'm getting creating bad act. The bottom line is, I recognize that why did I create adversity? Why did I create adversity? Things go good, and then all of a sudden I make really super poor choice. And why did that happen? It came to me last night in the purpose. Why did that happen? It came to me last night in the purpose. I was trying to control. I wasn't walking with God. I was trying to control him and letting him. I wasn't turning to him and letting him.
Absolutely. And you know, when we step aside and we put our full trust, and that's hard to do. I mean, trust is definitely a human emotion, because a human emotion that's hard to find, because trust is an emotion. You know, trust is knowing what you know, believing what you believe, but also you need to make the choice. Just like every emotion we have, we can choose to trust.
Yeah.
I know it's hard, but if we choose in faith to trust God with our lives, we can then step aside and let him do the work he needs to do for us, and let the universe take over, and just sit back and know that everything's going to be okay.
Exactly. And when I've done that, my life is good.
Yes.
My life is good. My will and my life. And
that's right.
You know, you are really admiring so very much. I'm proud to call you my buddy.
I'm so glad to call you my friend too. That sticks closer than a brother. That's what the Word of God says.
I tell you
Jesus is our friend.
I tell you what.
Closer than a brother. But you know, when you're sisters and brothers in belief, it's really a blessing. I'm so blessed.
I feel blessed too. And this is what it is. And you know, this is what it is. I'm working through this purpose of life, and I'm recognizing that is putting God first, and everything else underneath of it that no matter what I do, I glorify Him. No matter what I do, I glorify Him. And things are going to be good. And things are going to be good. I don't even know where it came from, but it was God inspired. And here we are, we're talking about it. Now you're on number 3 or number 3 or 4 person I've done this with. It's like, guess what? God was telling me, bring somebody on. Bring somebody on. Bring somebody on.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I'm so glad I turned you on because I just literally opened my eyes.
Oh goodness! Oh goodness! That's awfully brave of you.
That's awesome. Well, this is it, guys. Me awake in my bed.
But that's so awesome.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to talk about?
Well, I just want to encourage everybody that watches this and watches the replay to take these moments. You know, everybody's so busy, and all it takes is a few moments of your time to set yourself up for the rest of your day. That'll set you up for the rest of your life, whether it's communing with nature, communing with God, whatever you call it. You know, take that 5 minutes even to catch something that's going to encourage you and set you on the right path, and that moves mountains. You know, that's what moves the mountains in your life. Yep. It does. It really does. Not, you know, we all know, we get to a place in life where when you're mature enough to know that we have to do the work, you know, that we have to do the work, make that the given. We have to do the work. Make the work be the given part, but make the choice to set yourself up on the right path today. That's what I have to say.
Thank you so very much. That's so very much. That's so awesome. Very wise word. Wise person that I do very much.
Yeah, we're so blessed that we found each other.
I know.
I know us that have found each other on this platform. Really. God bless you, Stephen. Have a great day.
Yes, I will. You too. Yes, I will. You too. Have an exceptional day. Thank you very much. Appreciate you coming. Appreciate you coming. Everybody, I'll tell you, DG is an awesome person. DG is an awesome person. You know, I get something. You know, I get like her. Go ahead. Like her. Go ahead. Lift her up and join us. This is the community. This is the community of trying to fight. Trying to just help each other. Just help each other. Give each other good advice. So that we can. In a positive. In a positive fashion. That's why I'm doing. Like it's for me, but I share it. That's the beauty.
I'm gonna go because I think I'm making you have an echo, so I want you to be clear. Okay. Bye, guys. God bless you.
Thanks. Okay, so there we are. There was an echo. I hope that didn't really mess things up, but you know what? As I work through it and have experiences like this, and do a better job, particularly in the production department. Or as I learn and grow and things happen for me, I'll be able to hire people that can do this and do a great job at it and then say, Steve, this is what you had to do. Okay? Those days are coming. I promise they are. So because I am on a journey, and I'm on a journey to help people, and I'm on a journey to shed some light and to share the word, the good word, I believe it is, of God. And make a connection to nature. I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope that you're having a great morning. If you're just coming in, please go back, watch this, watch the beginning. I don't care if you zip through the middle of it, you know, that's all good and fine. Whatever you need to do, but there's a good message in here. And I want to say thank you for joining us. I'm going to flip the camera back around. I'll let the camera roll. I'll take care of the other things that I need to do. But in the meantime, I say this is Stephen Smith. I'm signing off from Sarasota, Florida. Have a blessed day.